What you guys, got another product review. This is the AKASO Trace 1. This is designed for minicab drivers. You've got the screen is 2 inches in size, front 1080p camera, rear 1080p camera. Maximum micro SD card slot is up to 128 gigabytes. Also, we have a wide viewing angle of 340 degrees. Also, we do have recording mode loop and a bunch of other features on this camera as well. Great night vision on here, and as you can see, we're going to give this the full test so you'll be able to see day and night vision on this camera. This is everything you're going to get inside the box. You're going to get your quick reference guide. This is going to help you set up your dash cam. Now, if you've never used a dash cam before, they're super easy to set up, but they're also very essential for minicab drivers and other safety features built into this, which will keep you safe when driving, and also if you ever get stopped by the police, it will record all the information. You're going to get your charging USB cable here. Now, it does have a mounting bracket here which does have the suction cup type, which I like the best. It does have a lock-in nut on here. You just turn that and it locks it onto the window, and it means you can move it from car to car. Those 3M tape ones mean a lot of problems for me, and I prefer those ones. Now, got the cable inside here with the USB charging port onto the cigarette lighter jack here. This will go into your cigarette lighter port and it will charge the camera. Now, you get this nifty little tool which allows you to tuck in the cable between the window and the moulding, and this is the camera itself. It's a dual camera, which means you get dual 1080p cameras, and if you're running the dual mode, you get running at 30 frames per second. So if you use the forward facing camera on its own, you will get 60 frames per second, which is what I'm going to be testing in this video. But it does have a camera that will face inside the car and record everyone inside the vehicle, which is a great way to protect any sort of minicab driver or anything like that. You've got your power button here and your micro SD card slot and your microphone. And the microphone worked pretty well on this camera. And the micro SD card slot takes up to 128 gigabytes, so plenty of data can be collected onto that micro SD card slot. Make sure you're using class 10. This is the internal camera, which is still 1080p, which is recording inside the car. So if you're a minicab driver, it's going to be great for your own protection here. You've got a 2-inch LCD display here, and this camera is pretty much a really high definition camera. So if you are doing some sort of urban driver or something like that, then this will record all the information. So if you get stopped by the police as well, it will record all of that conversation as well, and any sort of activity that's in the car. So if they're searching your car, it will record all of that information. You've got your navigation buttons here on the bottom, which helps you navigate through the menu system, and it's not the most complex menu system. It's pretty straightforward. I'll show you that in a second. And of course, you've got some speakers and stuff like that on the side here as well. Now, on the top here, we do have a charging port here, and on the front there is a little plastic cover which you have to remove, and you can then mount the suction cup onto that area where you'll be able to mount it to the window. So let's take a look at the menu system. Okay, so here is the menu system here. I've turned off the back facing camera here, so I can just get 1080p at 60 frames per second, but it will record your face up in the top left hand corner there if you want it recording inside your car. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to turn that feature off. Now, you've got your settings here and also your record button and activity light there on the front there, as well as your microphone and stuff like that. Now, to go into the menu system, we're just going to go in here and click on the buttons on the bottom, which allows you to navigate, and click OK. You can change the resolution here, and if you go into the resolution area, this is where you can enable and disable the internal camera, which is facing inside the car. You can see if you have both of them on, you only get 30 frames per second, but if you just have the front facing camera, which is facing out to the road, you'll get 60 frames per second. So that's what I'm going to be recording all this information on. So let's have a look here at the menu system. You've got record audio, you've got G sensor, you've got wide angle there as well, WDR. You've got a bunch of other things like the timestamp, and also the G sensor is low, medium or high, and you can just navigate back. And if you want to go back, and you could just use these little arrow buttons here, just click on those and then click OK, and it takes you into the menu system here. Screen save, date, time, beep sound and language. You can change all that information by clicking on the menu system. Parking monitor, frequency and format. This will format your card, and default settings. And that's pretty much it for the menu system. You've got your firmware info as well on there, but that's pretty much it. So let's have a look at the footage here of this camera. Now I must admit, I am pretty impressed with the recording quality of this camera. It's a pretty decent recording quality, and you also get that same recording quality inside the car as well. So you're getting that high definition 1080p, and we're recording the outside at 60 frames per second. Now if I put it on record internally and out, it would only get 30 frames per second, but it still looks pretty good. But as you can see here, this is the quality of daytime, and we'll take a look at the nighttime right now so you can see what it looks like. So this is a microphone test of the dash cam. So the voice you're hearing through here now is going through the microphone on the dash cam. Now as you can see, the nighttime footage is absolutely awesome as well. Crystal clear quality, and the screen is pretty dirty as you can see there. So if I clean that, you'd get a much better, clearer image for nighttime as well. Pretty impressed with this camera. It's probably one of the best that I've tested for some considerable time. But other than that, that's about it for this video. That is the AKASO Trace 1. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you do and you're interested in this, I'll leave all the information and the link in the video description for you. Have a great day, and I shall see you again real soon. Bye for now. Now if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the big red subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button next to that to be notified when we upload new videos.